Hey guys, welcome to my channel Glen. I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrencies as I go through it. And I just want to say, sorry it's been so long since I've last done a video. I've been trying to only do videos when something sort of excites me in the news of cryptocurrency. But there's been a few things that have happened recently, but I have literally been away every weekend for the last 3 or 4 weekends on the trot, so I'm really tired. But anyway, that's not an excuse. There's a few things I want to talk about today. So I thought I would do sort of like a top 3 or top 5 reasons why you should be excited about getting into cryptocurrency, even during these dark times where Bitcoin is dropping in price. Now, I seem to be doing these videos the wrong way round. I seem to up the amount of video content that I do when Bitcoin price drops, and that's when people least likely to watch your videos, as opposed to obviously it rising. So, I don't know. Stupid me, I've got it the wrong way round, but at least you know that I'm authentic. I'm a normal guy in the world of crypto, and I'm not trying to shill or sell or scam anyone like some other people that have just started to recently. But anyway, let me get into a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys actually. So about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I got an email from YouTube actually. So up here you'll see it says activity community guidelines strike. Now apparently if you get a few of these strikes in a row, they actually ban your YouTube channel for so long. I thought, what have I done? I don't shill anything, I don't sell anything, I don't push anything on anyone. But apparently my video, John McAfee using us for pump and dumps, which was a long time ago. I can't remember when I posted that video, but it was a long time ago. It was when John McAfee was doing he was accepting money for pumping a coin daily, and all those coins were pumping every day that he mentioned them. So apparently that was harmful and dangerous content. Who knows? Maybe it is. I haven't appealed it. I can't be bothered, to be honest. But yeah, that's something that's been happening on my YouTube channel. Another thing that I wanted to point out is thank you to all the new subscribers. Even during this quiet time in cryptocurrency where there's not huge amounts going on and the price is actually dropping, so therefore the amount of people finding my content is a lot lower. A lot of you'll notice a lot of YouTubers are actually sort of died down, which is odd because December is actually a very busy time for people watching YouTube videos. Because obviously it's winter, people stay in more, they watch more content. So actually you do find that there's normally an uptick, so it's probably better doing it at this time of year. But in the world of cryptocurrency, there isn't huge amounts to report on apart from the same stuff that everyone else is reporting on. But I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers anyway. We went from like 1,400 to about 1,514, as you can see there, quite quickly actually. So I want to say thank you to everyone for that. Now, what are the things that are exciting me in the world of cryptocurrency? So if I was doing like a top 3 reasons why crypto is exciting me at the moment, probably the first one is the price. So a lot of people are only interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies when they're going up. When we're sitting all-time highs and stuff like that, that's when people are interested. But for the people that are not into cryptocurrency yet, they don't want to buy Bitcoin at £20,000. They don't want to buy it at £50,000. They want to buy it when it's cheap. So for me, I want it as cheap as possible. And as we can see today, literally in the last couple of hours, Bitcoin has just dropped. How far will this drop go? I don't know. Maybe we'll see 6.6, something like that. That's just a prediction. But some of the others are so cheap as well. So I actually posted in my Telegram group chat, which you can be a part of. The link to it is in the description down below. It's completely free, no shilling, no scams. I try and put something in there almost every day. There isn't that much conversation going in there at the moment because people are not as engaged because the price is not going up. But I actually said, oh, we're testing some key levels here. Bitcoin was close to going below 7K. But as well as that, Ethereum was close to going below 140. XRP is just about to drop below the 20 cent mark, which I've never seen it lower than 20 cents. So, yeah, that's something that drew my attention earlier. Bitcoin Cash has gone under $200. Litecoin almost under $40 a coin. Cheap. EOS, don't really care about that. Something that I did notice earlier though, when I was checking through this top 100, if you look at this top 10, now I haven't got a picture of what this top 10 looked like, say, this time last year. I'm sure I can find it online. But the top 10, top 15, are all sort of what I know and what I remember. And so I'm fairly clued up-ish about the top 15. If you start to drag down from that, though, there's ones in here that I've never seen and never heard of. Like this one, Mindall. Obviously, there's a lot of stable coins up here now, which there wasn't before. Hedge Trade, that wasn't up there. Synthetics Network. FTX Token, Centrality, Algorand, Holo, Sealy, ZB Token. So yeah, there's a lot in here. I don't know what they are, what they do. I'm sure people may comment on this video. I mean, just dragging down the list, there's hundreds of them that I don't know, and a lot of them are actually, because of the ones that were there before, I think in the top, are just dropping like rocks. Like you can see this Bitcoin, it's almost nothing. Although that has actually had a bit of a spike, but yeah, that one spikes and dips almost daily. But anyway, that's one reason to be excited in the world of cryptocurrency right now, is that the prices are cheap. If you get in at Bitcoin at 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, even all the way up to sort of $10,000, I think that's pretty cheap. And where I believe it's going to eventually, I honestly believe that Bitcoin will get to $100,000. Now, I don't know if that'll be, in 6 months' time, 12 months' time, maybe 18 months' time, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I don't know when that point will be, but I honestly believe that it will be worth $100,000, especially as the US dollar and fiat money becomes worth less against assets. So properties, gold, Bitcoin, when you hold on to assets, because the money that we're using in the real world is depreciating, you need more of it to buy a thing. So Bitcoin, obviously, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. That's not changing. So yeah, as our money becomes worth less, the price of Bitcoin will just inherently go up. And then you have to look at adoption. The scarcity is halving next year. So there's actually quite a few fundamentals of why Bitcoin should go up in value from where it's at today. Whether that happens or not, I don't know, but that's how I personally see it. So I think these are super cheap prices. If Bitcoin even gets to its previous all-time high of 20,000 and you bought in at 6,000 whatever, you're talking about like 3.5, 4 times your money. That's insane. So even if you just set a goal of, I think Bitcoin will hit 20,000 again, well, you're still talking like 3.5 times your money. Which, if you look at most investments, if I said to someone, look, there's a property there for 100 grand in like a year and a half, 2 years time, that's going to be worth, 350,000 or whatever, you'd be like, oh yeah, I've got to buy loads of them. But with Bitcoin, people seem to, I don't know, because there's so much news, FUD about Bitcoin being a scam and things happening and all that. But I think these price levels are really good. I can't see it going below 6K, if I'm being honest. I know there will be some people out there that watch this video and they'll comment. Well, please do comment. I love all your feedback. Oh, we're going to 3K, 4K, 1K, 500. We're going down. I'd love it if that were true, to be honest. The only way I see that happening is eventually when we find out that Tether is a scam and it's not really doing what they said they would do, and they haven't got as much money as if everyone cashed out at the same time. So if everyone that holds Tether decided to cash out all at one sudden, they won't have enough funds to cover all those deposits. They'll go under, and then we'll see this massive tank of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, because everyone will want to cash out from the space. That's my personal opinion. That's why I stay away from Tether. That's what I can see happening. If that happens, I can see Bitcoin going back down to $3,000, maybe $4,000, but as it stands now, without any major big news or crashes or bans or FUD, I can see 6K being, that's where it's at. So I'm looking to increase my holdings of Bitcoin as it stands right now. So that's one reason. Let's move on to the next one. So even though I haven't been producing videos, I haven't been making and releasing videos on a regular basis, I still watch cryptocurrency YouTube videos every day. And I don't just watch one, I watch altcoin daily, I watch crypto daily, I watch Chico crypto, I watch Tone Vase, and then I also keep my eye on other stuff that come out, like from Crypto Love or something, and just people in the space. So like if Richard Hart's released stuff recently, I've been watching that because I'm quite interested how he's gone from being sort of idolized in the cryptocurrency community to hated in almost overnight. So yeah, I still stay in the loop. I still watch and read a lot every single day. There isn't a day that goes by where I think, oh, I haven't checked anything to do with crypto today. So I am still really interested in the space. Anyway, someone in my Telegram group chat, again, you could be part of it, the link is down below, he mentioned about a lending platform called the Cellulous Network. Now, when I first looked into it, I thought, oh, I don't know, seems a bit sketchy, seems a bit scammy. So I've just stayed clear of it. And I have done for months and months and months. Oh. And when I've actually gone and done some research and looked into them, because I was looking at obviously platforms where you can send them money and they pay you an interest on crypto, and I think this is like the next wave. So this is reason number two. All these platforms that lend or pay interest on cryptocurrency, this is like the banking of crypto. When I first got involved in the space, you were lucky if you could pay for something online and get a response back within 24 to 48 hours. That's where I've come from. Now we're in a space where you can send your crypto to platforms like Nexo, and then if you want to, you can convert it into a fiat currency that you can then send to an exchange and cash out of. So you're actually receiving 50% of whatever cryptocurrency is worth at that time. We also have other platforms like crypto.com. They're offering the debit card with the benefits and the cashbacks, and that money with the cashback you receive in MCO tokens, which you now, using their exchange platform, you can exchange for more Bitcoin. So you're literally earning Bitcoin every day. So this is really exciting to me, and this led me down the path of listening to one of the interviews from this man, Alex Mishkinsky. I've completely messed the pronunciation. I've got a sore lip. And I was listening to one of his interviews. There's many of them on here. I mean, this is one of them.
Yes.
So
This
how
is
did
the
that
guy.
come about?
I was basically in the voicemail business at
And
PC.
he actually created, I don't know if you guys may have heard, but when we first had the internet, obviously it used to be dial-up internet, and around the sort of era where broadband started to kick in, where it was like, oh, super fast broadband at sort of like 1 meg speed, you're like, what, 1 meg speed, that's mental. I started to notice that a lot of companies were doing this VoIP. So it was voice over internet protocol. So you could, instead of having your home phone, which you pay £15 a month or $15 a month or just for the line rental, going to the operator or network of your area, you then had to pay for each and every phone call which your provider would charge you for at the end of the month. So you may wake up and be like, oh, our phone bill comes to 120 quid or whatever. Well, he developed a system called VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, where you could connect your home phone to the back of your PC and it would make a phone call over the internet, and the other person would receive at their end, and you could talk to them completely free of charge. Now, he started this industry, he created it, and he's very in tune with the sort of philosophy and the mindset of cryptocurrency, the decentralized nature, the free for all people type nature. This is the sort of industry that he's been in and that he's helped mold. He then went on to create a system where all the New York underground system had Wi-Fi, so they can all go on the internet even though they're underground, which hopefully will bring to the UK, because I went to London the other day and I couldn't get on the internet at all underground. So this guy is used to building business models where they're offering a service for free, yet it's generating an income. He's very used to it. And if you actually look at his portfolio and the businesses that he's created, he's actually done quite a bit in a short period of time. And he has quite a few companies that you would recognise, be like, oh my God, that guy set that up. So very interested into what he's saying. Now, that's all well and good. You may think, well, Glenn, there's loads of people like that in the cryptocurrency space. But I fell in love with this guy. Honestly, just the way he talks, everything is, he's talking about the downfall of major banks, the corruptness of it all. He calls it like daylight robbery, where you give the bank £10, they only pay you 0.5% interest rate, but then they're lending your money out for people that are getting credit cards and loans, and they're charging them 30% APR. So they're getting the 30% APR, but then only giving you the 0.5. And the way that he talks about it and how unfair it is and the injustice of it all, it really spoke to me. And I thought, God, this guy, like anything he does, I need to keep an eye on it, because, this guy's like way ahead of where everyone's thinking. So he talks a lot about Bitcoin being worth loads. He has high predictions for it. Obviously now he's incentivized. He's actually started up a cryptocurrency company, which is actually Cellulous Network. So they're trying to obviously loan the money out that they generally generate, but they keep a 20% cut. The rest of it goes back to the community. And he was like, what other company do you know where they give 80% of their profit back to the community? And he said, you can go on our website and we're very transparent. Every day we update with how much they've loaned out, how much they have coming in. So I just thought, yep, that's it again, in line with cryptocurrency. We're not used to seeing this. Normally we see all these scams and or even not scams, but like shady businesses, because they're incentivized to not share certain information. But this guy was like, look, if you want to earn money from us, this is how easy it is. This is how much you can get. We'll lend you up to this amount. And they were talking about they're working on other features. I think in one interview he mentions a debit card. So it seems like they're all going down that path. But these are the APRs that they're looking to pay you out on. So let's just say you held just Bitcoin in here. They can pay you 3.7% APR on that Bitcoin. Or if you want to get paid in their cellular token or something like that, you can earn even more. So it's a really simple, basic. I put crypto in there. It's secured, it's safe, it's stored with them. They use that as collateral. They go to exchanges or to other people, say, look, you can borrow this amount out, and then they get the money from them, and they give the customer who originally lent that Bitcoin like up to 80%, and then they keep the 20% to keep the business ticking over and out. So this guy again has created a business where they're offering a service which is free to use, and he's generating money from it. So fair play to him. You can't knock him for that. So that's reason number 2 why I'm excited about the world of cryptocurrency. Number 3 would be the amount of stuff that is being built around cryptocurrency. So I'm hearing every day news articles, stories about this company is now accepting Bitcoin. This company is now insuring Bitcoin. This company is now accepting Bitcoin as a secured payment or a deposit. And now we're seeing new exchanges come online, new companies offering these debit cards, loans, interest, peer-to-peer lending. It just seems like there's a lot going on compared to obviously when I came into the space in 2017. Really, all we had to talk about was the price of Bitcoin and mining. Now there's just so much more that you can actually go down and probably spend days and days researching, and you still wouldn't know everything about that route that Bitcoin's leading down. But if you've got the price of Bitcoin, the technical side of Bitcoin, like how does it work, how does it operate, how is it secure? You've got the hashing rate of Bitcoin. You've got the mining side of it. Now you've got interest rates and loans and debit cards and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on with cryptocurrency, and in the future we're going to see decentralized finance, which people are just calling DeFi. So therefore you can borrow money, lend money, but in a decentralized fashion. There isn't a middleman taking a cut somewhere, and they're not asking like, well, what are you doing with this money, when are you going to pay it back, and all that sort of stuff. It's like you're lending money, and the website in between is just making sure that that process happens, or the exchange, so that you're not actually having to deal with anyone. So that's really interesting, and we'll wait to see what happens with that. So that's 3 reasons off the top of my head why you should be excited about cryptocurrency at the moment. If you agree with me on any of these topics, please smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow to new people that are getting involved into cryptocurrency. So my takeaway from this is that Bitcoin is now a good time to buy. It's dropping even further actually. Bitcoin's a good time to buy as of today. You've got a lot of building that's going on top of the Bitcoin community and the way that it's used, not just as a form of payment from one person to another. You also have key people that have been working in sectors like Alex Mishkin, who have worked in these sort of environments before. And the way he describes it, he says, if you look at all the processing power around the world, the biggest network always wins. And this was saying, he was saying in an interview, he was saying the largest network always wins. So if you look at our internet, we used to use Netscape or Internet Explorer and stuff like that. The biggest network won. And if you look at like internet or TV services or whatever, like say Google and stuff like that, the biggest network in effect always beats the other one. It consumes everything around it. And he was saying already Bitcoin is one of the most powerfulest supercomputers in the world if you take into account all the hashing rate that is going into the blockchain 24/7. And when we look at the hashing rate of Bitcoin, it's going up. It's still, even with these low prices, it's going up. There was a dip, I think, about a month or two ago in the hashing rate, and then it shot back up again. So, yeah, Bitcoin is becoming every day more and more secure, decentralized, transparent. Every day it's getting better. It's not getting worse over time. It's not slowing down. It's not slipping. There's not missing transactions left, right, and center. It's getting better. And that's insane. And if you think, well, I quite like Bitcoin as it is now and what it can achieve now, well, just imagine what it's going to be able to achieve in 10, 15 years' time. And that's the goal that you're aiming at, really. A lot of people get into this cryptocurrency, and, I've been guilty of it in the past, of wanting to get involved, make a lot of money very quickly so you can go off and do something else with that money and probably buy something that's going to depreciate in time. But if you actually believe in Bitcoin and you honestly can see it going up, not just in value, but also usability and, I don't know, like a security, an asset, then really you should just be buying Bitcoin and holding on to it. And I wish that when I first got into space, if I could go back and tell the Glen of 2.5 years ago, that's the thing that I would tell myself. Everyone online was telling me just hodl, just buy and hold on, and all of that, even if it's going down in price. I've seen interviews on CNBC where they interview a guy and they say Bitcoin's just dropped today by $500. And he's like, yep, buy it. And they were like, how can you say that? Something is dropping in price and you're saying just buy it. And he's like, every year it has higher lows. So even on the dip days, it's not dipping as much as it did the time before that. So it's always increasing. The amount of wallets are increasing. The hash rate is increasing. The interest in Bitcoin is increasing. The platforms on top of Bitcoin are increasing. There's just so much going on. I just can't get my head around it. It's insane, really, when I think about it. So yeah, I'm super excited about Bitcoin, and I hope that you are too watching this video. Please smash the like button if you agree with me, and also if you're new to this channel, please click the subscribe button. Obviously, my next goal is going to be getting to 2,000 subscribers. We don't do no shilling. I don't do no scams. I don't try and sell you stuff. If I ever do anything where I'm involved with a sponsor, I'll be very clear and transparent about it, because I can't be asked with all the backlash if something was to happen later on. So I've always been honest on this channel and told everyone exactly how I feel and what I'm doing at the time. And obviously I'm going to continue that going forward into 2020. So when's my next video from me going to come out? I may do one before Christmas. It's about 10 days before Christmas now, 9 days. So I'm hoping to get one in there before Christmas to see obviously what happens with the price of Bitcoin. And I'm still waiting to receive my crypto.com debit card and also Nexo. I've applied for both of them to receive the cards and I haven't received them. So that's why I haven't done a review on them just of yet. The last video I'd done was a review or a preview of crypto.com. But I would love to actually have some content where I actually go out and use the card, then come back and check the online app and see, right, this is how much it cost me, this was the exchange rate at the time, this is what I'm left with, and you know, all that sort of stuff, the cashback rewards. So I'd love to do that, but I need the card first. So crypto.com, send me the goddamn card. And Nexo as well. I'm still waiting for the card from Nexo. Even though they both say they're available in the UK, I can't seem to get hold of one. Crypto.com as well is also offering an exchange service now. So this is quite new. So a bit like a Coinbase, you can actually buy and sell different cryptos against each other without having to send all your currencies to, say, Binance or someone else where they're going to charge you a fee on top. You can just do it all in-house through, obviously, your computer or through the app, which, again, building on top of, you know, what's already there. Awesome work. When I actually look at Coinbase, apparently they added a new type of coin on, some shit coin that no one's ever heard of, onto their platform. I don't know if that's just in America maybe, but I can't seem to notice any differences. Although it did take me ages to sign into Coinbase before doing this video, so that was a bit stupid. I don't know what's going on. Come on, Coinbase, up your game. And I have to say, if you look at this Hex platform that's going on with, what's his name? Richard Hart. It's a shame because that guy has been preaching for years and years about hodling, don't exchange your Bitcoin for shitcoins, and it just really ripping into all other platforms. And he's been really open, like, if it's not Bitcoin, it's a scam, it's a shill and all that. And now he's released his own one, which I can see why. Obviously, it's a quick money grab. Apparently, it dropped like 90% in its first day in value terms. But I don't know how true this is. Apparently, he's recruited Trevon James and Craig Wright or something. I just think, what a shame, you know, like, he was such an idol to so many people, just to throw it all away for, well, I say throw it all away, for he's probably essentially millions and millions of pounds, depending on how many people invested in his new project. But yeah, I've really gravitated towards this Alex Mishkinsky. I'll get it right eventually. If you get a chance, have a look at this guy. He's I actually listened to an interview with the owner of crypto.com, and he didn't speak to me at all. Like, just didn't click. I listened to this guy. He talks about he's essentially retired. He doesn't need to do this. And they were like, why are you doing this? He was like, I looked at it and I thought I could build something on top of that where it's a free service and it's something that my kids later on will probably be able to use. And they were the first in there. And they're like, we don't offer the highest APR rates, but we're the safest, we're the most transparent, we're the most clear. He said some of these other ones, they're not disclosing how much they've got in the bank, they're not disclosing where they're sending your crypto to, they're not guaranteeing that it will be there when it comes back. There's certain risks. He said, but our ones, all legit above board. He talks about him having 5 kids and what it's like growing up with, looking at being a dad of 5 kids, and just everything he said just clicked with me, so yeah, I'm super invested into this guy, and I'll be probably reporting on his Cellulous Network a bit more in detail when I actually invest some money into it, probably in the next coming weeks. I did upload 500 quid to their website and then I cashed it out to see how quick that was, and it was a pretty quick transaction. There was minimal fees in there, but anyway, that's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next video. If I don't see you before Christmas, please have a good Christmas out there, and make sure you don't get too drunk for New Year's Eve. And hopefully 2020 is going to be the year of Bitcoin. We're going to see all-time highs. We're going to see massive development. We're going to see a real killer app, a real killer token that you have to be a part of to do something or own something of, and that's going to just absolutely blow everyone away. That's what I'm looking out for at the moment, and I believe these lending platforms are that. Got nothing to back that up with. It's just, if I think back on money, like the current money system, if we want to replicate that but with Bitcoin instead of fiat money, we have to be offering mortgages, car finance, HPs, PCPs, credit cards, debit cards, loans, interest rate. We're going to have to offer these services. And if you've got guys coming out saying, look, we'll pay you 15% on your cryptocurrency because we're earning 30% off it, or 20%, whatever, we're going to give you 15% of that, for staying with us. And I think they reward loyalty. So the longer you're with them, the more you keep doing it, I think the higher the rate is that you get as well. So yeah, it's just everything he says talks to me. It's like, yeah, it's right. I'd love to hear your thoughts out there. The negative thing that I've read online is that, yeah, he has created quite a few companies. So what's to say that he sets up the Cellulous Network, he sells it on to someone else, and then he walks away from it and he's just, done another cash grab. So that's something that I'm supposed to be wary of. But from what he's saying so far, spot on. So I've really fallen in love with this guy. So I think that might be the thumbnail he's faced. But that's it from me, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to smash that like button and click subscribe if you're new to the channel. Bye, guys.